Hi, my name is Jessica.
And I'm Denisse.
And we're
Homies in Retrograde.
So, this is our season 2. Really, we have a season 2 only because I went to Texas for like 3 weeks. And now we're back. We have a season 2.
And what does he want?
And we're at my house, so Pookie's here. Pookie is not living. He wants something from Denisse.
And I have nothing. But anyway, it's Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
It's like the end of Pride Month.
Huh?
It's the end of Pride Month.
This is where we need to insert, this is my friend Valentina. She's an ally. Talk, Valentina.
Ally.
Ally.
I'm not gonna lie, I took TikTok off my phone because I read a thing that said that the Chinese are spying on you, and I was like, oh great. That's all I need in my life.
I took Instagram off my phone while you were
really?
gone. Yeah.
You think TikTok is better for your mind than Instagram?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'd rather the Chinese spy on me than...
Is it because you're always creeping on people?
No, I've actually broken that habit. Can't remember the last time I creeped. No, I just feel like Instagram's turning into Facebook. And, I mean, all I do is look at random stuff on Instagram because, you know, I don't really, use it. But anytime I go into any comment section, it's always, such a shit show. And it's just given me, when all my aunts discovered Facebook.
Oh.
And I don't like it.
We're such opposites because I'm like, I don't read any of the comments. On TikTok, I just am so bored.
Really?
I just think the people's humor on there is just so, for the most part, I don't want to offend all of TikTok, but it's so basic.
Offense taken.
It's like I don't know what to say. It's like cheap humor.
You're just too witty and smart.
I think I'm jaded. I think I'm jaded by comedy. Anyways, why do you have Monday off?
Just 'cause in the summers, every other Monday I have off.
Wow, that's a sweet deal.
You have all summer off, so that seems pretty sweet to me.
You know what I love? To have fucking forever off.
Same. I want to be a stay-at-home mom without kids. That's the dream.
I thought you were going to say, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. By the way, I'm pregnant. I was going to say, what the fuck?
Oh my God, no.
I was about to say, oh my God. I guess this is the end of this podcast. It's about to become a mommy cast.
Not. I know. Then you'd have to go impregnate yourself so we could
oh my God, please
go on the journey together.
Make it stop.
No, I think being dog moms together I think is enough for now.
I watched my nephew for half of a day. My nephew is 1. It was so hard. And I'm not even his mom.
Yeah, babies are hard.
One day, I wasn't watching him this day. I was sleeping on the couch. I had put my glasses far away on the end table so he couldn't grab them. And when I was sleeping, I heard the sound my glasses make. So I woke up and I looked at him. He didn't have them. So I was like, okay, what the fuck? So I went back to sleep. And then when I was sleeping, he threw the glasses at my face after he had bent them.
He was like, wake up, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, this motherfucker, how dare you?
So you only watched him one time the whole time you were out there?
I didn't, well, he was over at the house I stay at a lot because my mom was there. And my mom likes to watch him. Oh, everybody, please. That's Pookie. Pookie obviously is in love with Denisse. I don't know what he wants. He's like, get me out of here, bitch.
He was barking at me when I first got here.
Get me out of here, bitch. I hate this place.
What do you do to him? Ew, I have Pookie slobbered all over me.
Pookie,
you're going to go
upstairs. You're going to go upstairs. Pookie, come over here. Pookie, come. Pookie, come for treat. Pookie, come for treat. I told you. Come.
You better give him a treat
come
now.
Here. False. I'm never going to give him a treat. He's so bad.
He's like, cutie, though. So what else do you do in Texas?
Texas is like Vegas, except humidity,
Mm-hmm.
and also a lot more people that are just openly. I'm so conflicted about Texas because like I like Texas because like when I was leaving, right, I'm super short, so I was putting my luggage on the overhead, and like I did it by myself. I had no qualms about doing it by myself, whatever. And then as soon as I got to Texas, somebody like helped me. They're so helpful, they're so nice. It kind of like surprises you when they start having like racist stuff written on their like cars.
Oh my God.
And then they have fuck Biden flags flying next to the American flags. And I'm just kind of like, I don't really get it because I don't even really like, I don't know if I should be political, but I don't even really care for Biden. But I'm not out here like, fuck this guy, insurrection, insurrection. Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, at the end of the day, we're all just stuck here.
Yeah.
So being mad at him,
much.
it's not really going to do anything. I think I'm over the Republican, Democrats, us versus them situation. I'm like, oh, I hate both of them. I don't understand how there's a two-party system. It's so stupid. Anyways, how are you? How's therapy?
Well, my therapist got COVID, so I've been flying solo for a couple weeks. So I might have a meltdown. I don't know. Throughout.
It's imminent?
Yes, it is.
What? Oh, why you can't?
I need you to step in and let me trauma dump on you.
I would love it.
But yes, I'll be seeing her this week, so I think I just gotta hold on a little longer. Okay, Pookie's making it weird. He is like sticking his whole face in my shoe.
Pookie is weird. I've told you this.
I love him though. So how is Pookie celebrating Pride Month?
Honestly, he's not. I went to the dog store the other day and got him treats though. So, there's that. Pookie is so weird. I'm so embarrassed.
I know. I'm like obsessed. I can't stop watching him.
My fur baby is too much. Anyways, do I have anything else to say? Where were you on Brittany's wedding when her ex broke in to her house? Hold on. He broke into the house, but he also tried to stop the wedding. First of all, I didn't even know who this guy was. Like, I remember that she got eloped at the time, like, all those years ago.
Here in Vegas.
Yeah, and then, like, it's all, I don't know, it slipped my mind. And then I was, of course, scrolling through the news, and I saw this, and I was like, who the fuck was it Kevin Federline? And then, of course, it's not. It's just some rando.
Oh, my gosh.
Please enlighten us.
So,
what do you know? I know you're on the in.
Mr. Jason Alexander was married 55 hours to Queen Brittany way back in the day. Yeah, he snuck into her house on live on Instagram, and he was all over that house. He was in her room. I don't know how he got in, but basically, they got a restraining order on him. And people are speculating, and by people, I mean like 10 people on Reddit, on the Britney subreddit, that her dad helped him get in. So, conspiracy theory. I don't know, but it was pretty wild. But I am living for that wedding.
Oh my God, the tuxedo that showed her ass. I was like, this is amazing.
Wait, what?
You didn't see her?
No.
Like wearing that black tuxedo top?
She was just wearing like the jacket. She was wearing a diamond thong under that, okay?
I know, I heard that.
So, but just seeing Britney Spears, Madonna, and Selena Gomez dancing together was giving me life. Not so much Madonna, but but yes. I mean, Selena Gomez is living like my dream.
Why?
Like, 'cause she's a big Britney fan.
Is she?
And now she's invited to her wedding. Like, what? How do I manifest that? I don't know.
Who is the man that married Britney? I don't even know who this dude is.
Oh, like her husband now? Okay, his name is Sam Asghari. He was a model in one of her videos a few years back, and they've been dating like 5 years, I want to say. 5-6 years. But he's like 12 years younger than her. Like, he's closer in age to her sons than to her.
Oh, so the only reason they couldn't get married is because
What?
of, what is it
The
called?
conservatorship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. I mean, he definitely seems better than Kevin Federline.
I mean, honestly, as long as she's happy, you know?
That's true.
As long as he's not a jerk and she's happy.
Oh my God, my dog.
Wookie! Are you a Britney stan too? Is that why you're getting all excited?
He's like, please get me out of here. I hate this bitch.
What do you do to him? Poor dog.
He gets so excited when new people come.
I feel like there was so much I wanted to talk to you about, but of course I always blank once I'm here.
I mean, we talked about Britney. I wanted to talk to you about Britney. Also, my ongoing saga with the Kardashians.
What is going on with you and the Kardashians?
No, I just find them so... They are good at what they do, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Because I'm so enthralled in their show, because all my shows are like in between seasons. So, there's that. Also, it's so weird during the new season, they never talk about Astroworld. I mean,
why would they? They are hoping everyone forgets, which kind of worked, I think.
that's so fucked, like, because people died.
Yeah, but...
And that's Kylie's baby daddy. Also, I think it's so crazy. Kylie's like, what, 24? She has 2 kids?
I know. She, like, every time I see her, I feel like I'm looking at someone older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not in a, like, how she looks, but just her life is very, it's giving me 40-year-old, like, divorcee vibes. You know what I mean?
Also, her baby daddy is your age.
Really?
Yeah, so when they started having kids, like, how old was she, 20 or 21?
I think so.
He was, like, my age. So his second kid. Oh, yeah, those are pretend dogs. Sorry. I can't hear them anymore.
I know. That is, I don't know. Like, I just don't know how she ended up with, like, first Tyga, now Travis. I mean,
Yeah.
None of my business, but I don't know. Must be hard growing up in that family.
Why? What do you think? What? Drag them. Drag them.
Just like, I
What's wrong with Tyga?
What's wrong? She was 16 when they started dating.
I know, I just love when
Don't
you say
get
that.
me started.
What's wrong with Travis? He is old.
Not even that, just like, I feel like, she was almost a billionaire at one point. You know what I mean? Like, super successful. Like, I feel like she could have had anyone she wanted, and she could have, like, or she could have had no one at all, you know? So I just find it interesting that she was so young, and she was like, oh, I'm going to pop out some kids.
Do you
This
think
is it.
she always goes for, like, older guys? She has daddy issues?
Maybe. I mean, sure, what is it called? Armchair diagnose her. But I just think, her and Kendall were like little girls when the show started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were on camera, and everybody told Kylie she was ugly.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
On MySpace?
I don't know on what, but she had like, people made fun of her lips, and then she got her lip injections, and I just feel like it all started from there, and I don't know. I just feel like the Kardashians are so, like, obsessed with their appearance, like the older sisters, that I feel like, it must have had an effect.
On them?
Yeah.
So, oh my God. Okay, these fake dogs are, like, gonna fucking piss me off. Hold on. Okay, I can get up and talk. Anyways, don't you think it's crazy in, like, season 1, Brody came, and Brody's from, like, Laguna Beach, and Brody was more famous than Kylie
Than them at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like, can we talk about how Kim used to be Paris's closet organizer?
Oh, they always say that, but Kim always denies it.
What do you mean denies it? Like, that was literally her job.
No, but she denies that it was, though. She goes, I was just a person that would come and, like, she would say, like, stylist. And I'd be like, okay.
Well, whatever it was, it's come full circle. Oh, Paris was also at Britney's wedding. I was living for that, too. But it's come full circle. Remember Paris did a campaign for Kim's line a few years ago?
Oh, yeah.
when she put out velour suits. But enough Kardashians.
I know. It's just so. I think they get you because they always have something for you to chat about.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything else happened? Gas prices are astronomical.
Yes.
There's no way Joe Biden will be reelected. Russia's still ass fucking the Ukraine.
True. I mean, did this happen when you were gone or before the school? No. Well, you were gone. The school shooting in Texas.
No, it happened like 2 days before I left.
Oh, okay. But that was sad.
Uvalde, though,
Mm-hmm.
is so close to San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah, me and my brother have gone once to their national park. I think it's a national park. Or it's a state park. It's one of those things. It's really pretty. Anyways, I just can't believe, like, there are police officers there. They're like, okay, somebody's in there shooting. Can't go in there. Too scared to go in there. What the fuck?
I know. Like, I don't even want to think about it because I get all mad and worked up.
And then Ohio is like, man, you know how we stop guns? More guns. Let's arm these bitches.
I mean, that's how a lot of states say they'll solve the problem. Teachers, they need a gun. Oh my God, imagine they gave you a gun.
Me?
Yes.
They should not. I would like to publicly announce I should not be given any sort of weapon.
I agree. But that is what some people are proposing.
I am not the one to have a weapon.
But
Also, aren't they scared the kids will get a hold of the weapon? Like, not even like, oh, I want to hurt somebody. But kids are like naturally very curious.
Yeah.
And, you know, unless they've seen a gun being fired, they're like, I don't know. Kids, I don't even know how to explain children. They're just
I mean, you were
naive.
a child at one point.
Yeah, they're just naive, It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, look at
They
everything.
don't understand consequences yet.
What's taxes?
Yeah. What is taxes?
Oh, I don't know. I guess we pay the government to take away our rights.
Pretty much, but as exciting as this conversation is, I just told you my therapist is out with COVID, and all we're talking is school shootings and like...
My dog is like assaulting Denisse. He just loves her. This is insane. He doesn't even like me that much. He's like living for Denisse. He's like, oh my God, are you here to take me? Take me away
honestly,
from this stupid bitch.
I will take all the validation I can get from Pookie. Thank you, Pookie.
Anyways, okay. Any new tattoos? Anything happy happen to you?
No, not really, but let's get gay.
Because it's June.
Yes.
I'm dragging everybody. I'm dragging Pookie. I'm dragging Pookie back to me so that Denisse can read our topic. Actually, let's introduce our topic. God, we are so shit. We're so shit. Our topic this week is Pride all year. Also, I put episode 6, but really, I think this is like episode 8.
I don't know. I thought we were starting all over with episode 1 again.
I know. That would confuse me.
Okay. Well, today we're talking about Pride. All things Pride. Pride all year long. And I don't know why I'm starting this because I'm not the rainbow person. You are.
But what are you, though?
Ally. Well, at least I try to be. But, and by that I mean I encourage you to find a girlfriend. That's my allyship.
Oh my God, thank you. And then God bless. We're going to talk about pride as we're surrounded by Jesuses.
Yes. Okay. So do you know how Pride started, Jess?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I do. It's Stonewall.
Well, I'm still going to tell you anyway.
It's 1960. Hold on. Let me flex my gay knowledge. 1963. They started in June to do a remembrance for Stonewall, the Stonewall riots. If you do not fucking mention those riots in this thing, I am going to be astounded.
I was just going to talk about RuPaul the whole time. That's it.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm just kidding. But, well, I thought it was When I was reading about it, I wrote down that it happened in 1969. Which one of us is right?
Okay, let's Google this.
I know we also went to the moon in 1969, so it seems like an eventful year for the nation.
Just the 60s in general.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You bitch.
1969.
So, sometime in the 1960s, there were some riots at Stonewall Inn because, so I guess during this time, being fabulous and gay was still an arrestable offense. So the police kept going to places frequented by queer people, and basically they would do raids and just start arresting people left and right. And this day or this night at the Stonewall Inn, the peeps were so fed up and they were like, not today, Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they started fighting back, and eventually they got the cops to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yay, everyone's happy. I mean, for that moment. So then the following year, to commemorate the riots, they got together again, did a little march, and then it just kept going year after year after year after year, and now we have
Pride,
yeah. With the parades and the parties. Did you know there's Pride picnics?
No.
I did not know this, but please take me to a Pride picnic with you.
I doubt we have it in Vegas.
That's
It's
true.
too fucking hot. Yesterday was pretty cool, though.
Oh, yeah, it's been kind of cold these last few days, but, well, that's why Pride in Vegas, I think, is in October, if I'm not mistaken, is when they celebrate it.
Mm-hmm.
But technically June is Pride Month. But depending where you go, like, they have Pride literally all year long. Like, let's see.
I know in Japan it's their Pride right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it is June. In Argentina, it's in November. In Australia, it's
Hold
in
on, I thought in
February.
Argentina it's still illegal.
Honestly, I don't know, but just because it's illegal doesn't mean they can't have a pride parade. Or maybe it's like on the DL. I don't know.
Do they have them in Mexico?
They do, but to be honest, I don't know exactly when. I think they celebrated in June also. Yes.
I'd imagine it's hot in Mexico right now, too.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of places where it's hot, they still do it in June, but in Amsterdam, they have it in August, in Australia in February, Argentina, November. There's a bunch of other ones, but I didn't write them all down.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Who do you think throws, from what you know on social media, what have you, throws the most lit pride? What pride, if you could go to any pride in the world, would you go to?
Oh, man. I mean, I feel like New York and San Francisco are like classics, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if I had my choice, I'd go to Amsterdam Pride.
Okay. Oh, my God.
And
Oh,
I'm
I
not
know why.
gonna lie.
Okay.
The legality of certain substances definitely has something to do with it.
Okay.
But I feel like any pride is a good time.
I watched a YouTuber that was celebrating in Japan, the Japanese Pride, and it is, when I tell you, organized. Like, you sign up, you get a wristband, there are food stalls, there are time for events.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like here you just show up at
You
any
show
time.
up in a tutu,
Yes.
some rainbows on,
Glitter.
glitter, maybe a big fan.
So are you going to Pride this year here?
Well, honestly, I didn't even know our Pride was in October.
Oh.
I don't know. I just feel like Vegas' own is like lame. But I've never, to be honest, gone to any Pride. I just imagine, because like, I'm sure when they throw Pride in Vegas, from what I've seen, it's always downtown Vegas, not the
Yeah.
Strip, which are two different places. And downtown, in recent years, has started to scare me. And also, it's always hot.
That's true. Even in October, it's pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Can straights go to Because some people I've heard on the interwebs, because, you know, I don't talk to anybody else besides you, but I've always heard on the interwebs that gay or queer spaces should be only queer spaces because that makes them safer for gay people. Like, is it annoying at a gay bar when a straight comes in?
No.
Okay. So I have your permission.
I don't understand what's happening right now. Why wouldn't you be able to come in?
I've heard people complain about, like, straight people going to, like, gay bars because it's a gay space. And straight people can go to any bar. So they're, like, invading a queer space.
Okay. I'll comment on this. If we were to come with me to go drink at a gay bar, I don't understand what the problem is. Because I'm your friend. I identify as queer. Of course I want to bring you with me. You're my only friend. But like, if you're, like, by yourself and you go, I can understand that.
Okay. Because, like, the way I see it is, you know, I'd rather spend my money at a gay bar than, like, at a Chili's. You know what I mean?
That's kind of like, almost like, only black, I don't know if
like
I say
reverse segregation.
Yeah, it's like only black people can buy from black small businesses. But like, if I like the product and the product is lit, why can't I buy from it? I want to contribute.
But anyway, back to the gays. Can I say the gays?
Why not?
Okay. How do you feel about the commercialization of Pride? Like when you walk into Target and they have that corner, that Pride corner, are you like, yay, or are you like...
It's inevitable. Those sort of things, they're bound to happen when something becomes popular.
I mean, but do you think it helps the cause or takes away from it? Because there's people who say that Pride should be, you know, about marching and remembering the protests rather than it being like a big sponsored party. But why can't it be both, right?
I know. But also, I think Stonewall was like, people were just so tired of not being heard and seen, and now you're heard and seen. So why are you complaining?
And there were riots like other places too, not just Stonewall. But
like where? Teach us.
Like San Francisco and LA, I'm gonna say, are the ones I read about. But
Really?
Stonewall is like the most well-known one.
Hold on, where is Stonewall?
It's in New York.
Oh my God, that's so lit. I was gonna say there was no riots on the East Coast.
Yes, it was in New York.
I kind of don't want to read my topic now.
Why?
Because I feel like it's too personal.
No. Well, I already read it, so.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Well, I don't think you have to read it word for word.
Okay.
Do you want to summarize?
No, it's okay. So, basically, I'm just going to throw it back to some gay history and my journey as a queer person. So, starting out, the term coming out originally referred to when well-bred young ladies were introduced into society. Eventually, the word was repurposed by drag queens that would come out during drag balls. Historically, when gay people would come out, it was only to other gay people. It was almost universally unheard of for a person to willingly come out to their family and friends. The anxiety of coming out for some people, even in modern times, is overwhelming. The idea of sharing such an intimate part of your identity is just too big a risk for them. For me, it was a little bit of a relief. Although, if I'm being honest, there was a long period of time where I had 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the closet. There was just something so comforting about having a safety net. It was just too easy to blend into what society deemed normal, and since it's Pride Month, I thought it would be appropriate to share the ups and downs I had coming out. So, in the beginning of my fabulous queer life, there were definitely signs that I preferred girls, even before I could cognitively grasp the concept. When I was 7 years old, I would walk around the department store and pretend that I was a man, and the dresses on the women's rack were girls I was flirting with. I was a child, so I didn't really correlate these actions as a sign of anything more than like a silly game. Another big hint was anytime I played pretend with my brothers, I would always like opt to be a male character so that I could have a girlfriend. Let me just know, I am cisgendered. My world was just, ruled by men. Even the only gay people I knew as a kid were men. I was attracted to women, but I thought that only men could interact romantically with women. It wasn't even until I was in middle school that I realized that girls could just date each other. When I was in 8th grade, one of my friends came out as bi. I can't even justifiably I can't even describe how excited I was when she came out. Also, to preface the story, I was in 8th grade, almost 16 years ago. It was not cool to be gay, and it was even more embarrassing to be a lesbian. Bi was a new concept that was going around at the time, but I didn't really grasp how you could be bi and just like not choose to be with a man. There's also almost no gray media I could easily access, so getting to observe my friend and her girlfriend interact was like my Netflix. When I tell you I was intensely staring these hoes down, I was watching and taking notes. I think that getting to see two queer people in love made me realize that something about their relationship like deeply resonated with me. By the time I was in high school, I knew I liked girls, but I just could not give up on the dream of maybe one day being attracted to a boy. Let me tell you, it was a pipe dream, y'all. Looking back, I did like a lot of regrettable things in order to almost force myself to be with guys. People who believe that being gay is a choice cannot even begin to comprehend how false that statement is. During a lot of high school, I let boys put their hands on me without my permission most of the time, even though I was like really repulsed by their touch. They thought they had a right to my body, and I was just so in love with the idea of this imaginary straight version of myself that I had in my head that I just like went along with it. Although there was this like tiny doubt that started to form in the back of my brain, what I was feeling was absolutely not how the movies or songs portrayed lust or love. So, fast forward a little bit, I was quickly becoming bored of having to pretend all the time. So, eventually, I gave in during my sophomore year of high school. I started telling my friends I was bi. I hung out with all the alt kids. Being different gave me cool points with them. It was just harder with all the preppy kids that wore like Hollister. I would have killed to get my hands on some fucking Hollister and Abercrombie back in the day. Hot Topic was chill. I'd had a skater girl kind of look going on, but I undoubtedly had a thing for the pretty popular girls. I think like subconsciously I totally thought that I could offset my gayness if I dated someone that was conventionally beautiful and who was like liked by a lot of our peers. I even came out to my parents, who of course told me that I just wanted attention and I was just going through a phase. My extremely Catholic and my culturally ethnic parents just had to be haters. My mom used to always ask me what she did so wrong raising me in order for me to like girls. Eventually, she just altogether just ignored the fact I was queer, and we've lived in like the neutrally unsaid ever since. Thank God that my parents were too cheap for Bible camp, or else I would have been praying away the gay during my summers. Now, this is the part where I talk about internalized homophobia and like actual homophobia. Obviously, I acquired a large amount of my internal self-hatred from my parents, but high school was like a little different. I was living through a time in the late 2000s where being different was starting to be more and more celebrated. On top of that, I lived in a big city, so I never really got it as bad as like other people living in smaller and more rural areas, and I absolutely was not receiving the kind of hate I would have a mere like 15 years beforehand. I was in like a weird transition period in history where I was comfortable enough to admit my sexuality, but the ignorance and tolerance of the past hadn't like left people's collective mind frames. In turn, I was playing like a tug of war with myself mentally. I wanted to fit in with all the girls who were deemed cool and popular, but there were like no cool gay girls at the time. It was like the two things couldn't coexist at the moment unless you were like a gay girl that liked to dress in boy clothes like Shane from the L Word, which I wasn't. I just wanted to fit in with the girls and date girls who were feminine. When I was running around trying to impress all these girls who identified as straight, I was experienced like a hell of a lot of internalized homophobia. I hated anything that was deemed too gay by the straight girls. That included pride parades, rainbows, and like limp wrists. Even though I was trying my hardest to be the straightest gay in school, there were just some indicators that I wasn't concealing myself well enough. And boy, did they let me know by bullying me about the fact that I am unmistakably a huge faggot. Even now, I hold some residual anxieties from events that happened in high school. For instance, I used to like rip out the front covers of Maxim magazines. If you don't know, Maxim is like the PG-13 version of Playboy. The cover was usually an extraordinarily beautiful woman who would be sparsely dressed. I was semi out of the closet, yet still attempting to conform to how I thought a cool straight girl would act. However, bitch, there was just this one 2007 cover of Maxim magazine with like Eva Mendes. She was topless and only wearing tiny black underwear and a set of pearls. Homegirl was hot. I was obsessed. So just like a typical fangirl, I needed 24/7 access, and that included school. I tore the cover off that bitch and slid it into the plastic front cover of my school binder. I was kind of like asking for the gossip that ensued. There would be girls that would whisper about how gross it was and how I must be a total lesbian. I didn't stand up for myself back then because I was like petrified of like all the nasty insults they could throw back at me. Things that like would really have hurt my feelings. This was an event that like really dictated how I behaved for years. The one time I really revealed I was attracted to women, I like ended up being shunned by my peers. It was cool and edgy that I said I was a bisexual. That was a vague and mysterious concept. However, if I actually showed evidence of said attraction, that was just like too much for them. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to get along with people, not cause waves. I did not want to make people uncomfortable, so they wouldn't say mean things to me. So I stopped hugging girls or being affectionate with them. That way they can accuse me of like trying to fill them up or flirt with them. I didn't speak about my crushes. I wouldn't even call myself a lesbian, even though I knew I would never have any desire to be with a dude romantically. I carried this concept of what I thought I should be and how I should act for years. The idea of just accepting myself and learning how to love myself for who I truly was, I swear to God, never crossed my mind. I let other people's opinions dictate how I acted, and that was wrong of me. I was continuously rejecting myself, and it wasn't until I was in my mid-20s when I started my journey of like mental health and self-love. That's why Pride Month is so special to me. It's a month to memorialize all the activists who fought for our right to exist in mainstream society. It's also a time for our community to rejoice at how special it is to stand out and stand proud. Nevertheless, the journey of Pride shouldn't just stop after 1 month. Everyone should carry the spirit and the delight of being their most authentic selves throughout the year.
So, did you actually have like a coming out? Like, was there a moment when you're like, I'm coming out?
No,
Or
I
was
think
it just like a gradual thing?
um I think I knew, but I didn't know what it was, and I didn't think it was possible.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it. And then when I saw people that were like in a same-sex relationship, I was like, oh, that seems nice. And that's, how I put it together in my head.
But did you ever like sit your whole family down and be like, I have an announcement?
Absolutely. And I would never do that.
You did that?
No, I said I would absolutely never do that.
I was going to say, that seems really scary.
That would be insane.
Okay. So what else do you want to tell us about your coming out?
I don't know.
Coming out seems like so scary, and I feel like it's so unfair that like straight people don't have to come out as straight. So it kind of sucks that like
Gay people have to come out?
yeah.
That's why it just seems exhausting to be like, to everybody, just be like, gay, I'm a gay, I'm a gay, I'm a gay, hey, just, I'm a gay, stop asking about my boyfriend.
Right? Oh my gosh. Do you think it's gotten easier to come out?
Yeah, but only for Americanized people. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, I'm talking as an American, but
Yeah.
I don't come from an Americanized culture, even
Mm-hmm.
though technically Guam is a part of America.
Yeah.
It's so far away from America that they have their own deal going on. So,
And even in America, I feel like there's certain parts, aka the South,
hmm
where it's still really hard, probably.
I would say the South, the Midwest,
Mm-hmm.
the
Just like
coasts are always good.
smaller, more conservative towns, I guess.
hmm
That must suck. Like, at least here in Las Vegas, I feel like, I feel like there's, like, it's not uncommon to see other gay people or gay couples, like growing up. I don't know if that's how it was for you, but I just remember, like, because when I lived in Mexico, I never, I never saw like a same-sex couple. Like it was very hush hush, you know what I mean? And then when I came here and just growing up, and it was like a lot more in the open, I don't know, like I just noticed that difference, of visibility.
I would say there were gays around me since I was like born.
Oh, because you've told me you have like
A
gay
gay uncle.
uncles,
My
right?
gay uncle,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I feel so weird saying my gay uncle. My gay uncle,
Your
because
gunkle.
I just call him my uncle, but my uncle who happens to be gay
Mm-hmm.
lived behind my house on Guam.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd go over to like what it was his house, but it was like owned by my great grandma. So I'd go over there and see my great grandma, and he'd be over there with his boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And it was not unusual, and it was so strange because nobody talked about him, but anybody else that was gay, oh no, no. Now we're talking about hell. My uncle, nobody talks about him. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Anybody talks about him, they start a fight
Mm-hmm.
with like my whole family.
Well, I think that's how it is in a lot of like families. Cause like my family's kind of like that too, to be honest. Like my family's the type. No offense, family, but like a lot of my extended family's the type who like they say things that are homophobic, but if you call them out on it, they're like, "Oh no, it's just a joke. It's not like we're not homophobic. It's just a joke." But if someone jokes like that about someone in our family, like I feel it's like different. But they do it to other people.
Okay, so would you say it's easier for girls or guys in like Mexican culture to come out?
I mean, if I have to pick, I'd say girls,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely I feel like the more feminine, the easier, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because growing up, like the butch lesbians around town were the ones who like like not my family. I need to stop saying that because they are going to disown me.
Well, they
But
have to
just
find this podcast first.
just my neighborhood, the people around me growing up, that was like the the butt of the joke, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like um the one that would get like the slurs and the homophobic jokes would be like more, what's the word? Like masculine
Mm-hmm.
type of lesbian women. Um but then if you're a man and you're gay and you come out, like, I mean, I don't think it's a secret that Mexican culture is like super, um, like machismo,
Yeah.
Like they're
Macho,
very
macho
macho,
in
yes.
English.
So I think coming out as a gay man in my opinion, because obviously I'm not a gay man, but I think that one's like very hard.
Um, so I think that's why when I like identified as queer, I was like, I'm gonna be the girliest girl. I'm gonna have long hair. I mean, I'm not girly right now. I'm in my house, but I'm gonna like curl my hair. I would say I am feminine. I'm feminine. So I think that throws people off because you're not a stereotype. But I think when people defy their stereotype, like when very masculine men come out of the closet, people are confused. When very feminine women come out of the closet, people are fucking confused. So.
Yeah, because I feel like people have like an idea in their head of what a gay man is and what a lesbian woman is. And
I mean, people do stereotypes about everyone.
That's true. That's true.
Like when I first came to the States, I didn't know what a Mexican was. And then all my friends, for some reason, started telling me about sombreros. And I was like, what the fuck is a sombrero? Because I was not a part, you know what I mean? I didn't grow up in the States. So I was like, who the fuck are these people? And why do they have these hats?
No, I get you. Like, I feel like I had kind of the same, experience moving here from Mexico. Like, the diversity was like such a culture shock to me because there were so many types of people that I just had never seen in real life ever. So, but I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it helped me like be more open-minded than like what I was brought up to be. So, yay for that.
Yay for that.
But yeah, I mean, growing up, everything was very hush-hush in my house about homosexuality, Like, I've talked to you about before, some cousins that weren't straight or hetero, and coming out meant they moved to, like, another state because, I don't know, I guess it was just too much to, like, come out and stay there. I don't know. I was the youngest in my family, so when this happened, I was, like a kid, like under 10, and, my cousins were older, but now looking back on it, like, I just wish, like, we would have been closer in age, because I just feel so bad that that's what had to happen, and it's still very much like everyone knows, but no one talks about it, you know what I mean?
I just don't understand, because we've got bigger fucking problems to deal with than the gays. You think the gays are bad for, like, I don't know. They're not doing, we're not doing anything wrong. I don't know why I said they. I'm trying to, like, dissociate myself, but our gas prices are astronomical. We're about to go into recession. People care about gays? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I care about gays, but in a, like, life is better with the gays, you know what I mean? Like, don't take my gays away. But I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, there's much bigger problems. That's not even a problem, is the point.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It's not a big deal. I don't understand. It's 2022.
Did you hear that people are so mad that there's a same-sex couple in the new Buzz Lightyear movie?
Is there? I don't know. I haven't watched it. But even if there was, who cares? Like, my mom always says, well, now they always have to put a gay in every show. And I go, shut up, bitch.
Your mom says that?
Yeah, and I go...
No, my family says stuff like that, too, all the time.
I know, and I go, okay, and what? And my mom I think she just wants to be white because she always complains about the brown people in the show. And I'm like, I know, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
But does it bother you when she says stuff like that? Or...
Yeah, and I say stuff.
You do?
I don't want to tell you what did I say. But I definitely, I think it's the rage. I just let it build up inside of me, and then I have to spite everyone around me when they bring stuff up.
Well, I feel like that must be hard, like, I mean, I know it's not the same, but, like, the closest I can associate to it is, like, I feel like a lot of people in my family are very, like, anti-feminist. So when they start spouting off about that, like, I feel personally attacked.
Yeah, but why? That's another thing, too.
Yeah.
It's too crazy. It's so crazy. Isn't it insane? Like, when I was reading the articles about, like, Pride and Stonewall and the riots and the government, isn't it crazy that the government could decide who you could marry? Isn't that insane? Like, it's none of their business.
I think we've talked about this before, but like my mind was blown as a young person, like 12, 11. Whenever I heard about gay or some same-sex marriage being illegal, I always thought it was through the church. Like,
Oh yeah, of
because
course.
you know
it's
how you
illegal.
get like you get married in like by the court, but then you also have a religious wedding, right? Like I feel like your family does that too, right?
Of course.
Okay. So I always thought that it was like a religious thing, like gay people couldn't get married in church. When I found out that it was like gay people literally couldn't get legally married, I just remember being so confused, like what? Like why? Like how can you like I didn't understand it. I still don't. But isn't it crazy to think about that same-sex marriage hasn't been legal in the US for that long? It was
No, it
like
hasn't.
2010, right?
Yeah, and they're trying to take it away again.
Oh my God,
well,
don't.
I think California made it legal, and then the federal government came in. They were like, "No, the fuck out of here," and so all those marriages became void. Or it's void, right?
Mm-hmm.
Became void, and then federally it's legalized. Isn't it so strange?
I'm so confused then. But if it's legalized federally, that's like the whole country, right?
Yeah, but California tried to just make it legal in California.
Oh, okay.
And then the
gotcha.
federal government said, no, you don't have the power to do that. And so they voided all those marriages.
Yeah.
They took them away. And then a couple years later, I think in the 2010s, they were like, okay, all you fags can get married now, I guess.
Yay. Well, honestly, I just feel like consenting adults should be able to do whatever the hell they want. So in conclusion, are you taking me to Pride this year? Or am I going to make
October?
Yes.
So this is a Halloween Pride.
That sounds even more fun than a regular Pride.
Let's go as drag queens. Who's your drag queen?
I will be...
You have to be one of the funny Hispanic ones. I'm just kidding. Don't.
That is so racist. But I will be... I think I could pull off a good Trixie.
You get to be Trixie.
Yes.
Bitch.
No, actually, I don't think my head can support the huge wig. So I'll just take it down to, Pookie, not now. Do you think I could pull off a Jinx?
You want to be my second favorite. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you could be Jinx.
And you'll be Trixie? Or
I'll
do we
be-
need to do Trixie, Katya? Katya.
I guess. We definitely can't be Bob Monet.
I mean, you're not tricking me into doing blackface, if that's what you're thinking.
I'm not.
Not gonna happen. And I don't want to shave my head either.
Oh, that's
So
right.
no
Bob is
bald
bald.
queens for me.
Actually, if you could be any queer character, who would you be?
Any queer character?
Dumbledore. I want to be Dumbledore.
You want to be? That is a really good one.
I'm going to be Dumbledore. Who are you going to be?
If I could be any queer character, I'm gonna be. Wait, I just had it, and I just had a brain fart. Well, it's not a character, but can I be Jonathan Van Ness?
Oh my god, you could be.
I love him.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Okay.
He's like a beautiful gay Jesus.
Who can skate?
Exactly.
You can skate. That's right. I always forget.
I mean, I can't do tricks, but I can stand and go forward. So.
Can you
I
go
think-
backwards?
No.
Denise, please. Even I can go backwards on my skateboard.
Fine. Show off. I'll practice from
Okay.
here to then. But you and me, Pride, October. What else?
Oh, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
See you next.
Yay,
see you.
gays.
Yay, gays. Happy Pride. Well, see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. If you want more content from us, you can find us at
Retrograde Cast on all social media platforms.